I didn't go live on YouTube, man. But now I just did. Writing code, boring, vibing, easy, yeah. What's your front end stack? Oh, geez. Front end stack is a little bit crazy. I'm running Remix. I'm using Remix for the front end, also for part of the back end. I'm using Hono for another part of the back end. I have a few Node.js scripts running to like check online people and scrape LeetCode data. Maybe the LeetCode thing is a Python stuff. I got Supabase as my database, and I also have some SQLite database things going on. Yeah, that's about it. Maybe there's more. I don't know. What's happened, Smart Coder? And I'm deployed to my own dedicated server, and I'm using Coolify to like manage the server, kind of. If not nil, thank you very much for the follow. Is it still called Remix nowadays? I don't know if it is, man. It was, I think it's some old stuff. It's like React Router version, whatever now. Smart Coder says, can I ask a question? You gotta be candid though. How you gonna make me agree to something like that? Just ask a question and I'll decide how I answer it, you know? If not nil, cool stream. Welcome to the stream, man. Thank you. This is a LeetCode stream, so I'm about to do the LeetCode daily problem. Do you regret resigning from the G? No, man. It's way too soon to regret something like that. Ask me that question again in 2 years. Or in a year, maybe. Year and a half. Right now I'm having a lot of fun. I feel good. I feel like I don't know. I feel like rejuvenated, man. I'm very happy right now. I don't have 1 ounce of regret yet. If anything, I'm glad I did it, you know, because now I'm able to like work on or like direct all my energy into things I really care about instead of things that I don't care about, you know. In 2 years, Google will be replace programmers. Hey, maybe. All right, so let's see what the daily problem is. Minimum pair removal to sort array part 1. Given an array nums, you can perform the following operation any number of times. Select the adjacent pair with the minimum sum in nums. If multiple such pair exists, choose the leftmost one. Replace the pair with their sum. Return the minimum number of operations needed to make the array non-decreasing. An array is said to be non-decreasing if each element is greater than or equal to its previous elements, if it exists. What? I wasn't paying attention to what I was reading. I'm not gonna lie, man. I gotta read it one more time. So they give you an array nums. We have to select adjacent pairs with the minimum sum, and then choose it first. Yeah, that's so easy, man. Why am I even like doing anything? So negative numbers are allowed here. So maybe I'll initialize this to int min, and then I'm just going to, let me hide this thing. I'm just going to iterate through, and then I'm gonna check. Well, maybe I'll start from I equals 1. What are we returning? Oh, wait. Wait. I didn't fully read the question. I just thought I was just finding a minimum pair sum, but they're asking me to do to find the minimum pair sum and then replace the pair with their sum. Return the minimum number of operations needed to make the array non-decreasing. Let me look at the example. Portnoy, what's happening? What are we doing today? Algos or what? We're doing algorithms tonight, man. That's what we're doing. Just trying to shake off some rust. So it says the pair 3-1 has a minimum sum of 4. So we remove those. Man, this problem sounds hard. And then it's like 2-4. I would just have to brute force this. Like, how am I supposed to do that? It's a little bit annoying problem, but I'll do it. So, all right, we need to find the minimum pair, the leftmost minimum pair, right? Should I break this up into functions? Or nah, should I just build one big ugly block of code? Yeah, that's what I'll do. So how should I say L and R for like left and right in the pair, the indices that they're located at. So I'm gonna iterate through, and then I'm gonna call this min sum. I'm gonna be like int sum equal nums I and I minus 1. That's a pair, right? And then if this sum is less than the minimum sum, then we want to update our left and our right. Yeah. So this will get, this stuff right here is gonna get the minimum. Hey, maybe I should break it up into a dang function, man. Should I use lambdas? I'm gonna just use regular ass functions. So I just have this return a vector int get min pair, I'll call it. I'll pass down vector ints by reference. What are we doing? Wait, I have it copied and pasted, man. I just paste it right there. So then we can just return our L and R, and those are like left, right pairs that are the minimum pair, right? That seems, oh wait, not right. Rexo, what's happening? Then you gotta set that, the minimum sum to, oh wait, minimum sum's up there. So it should be int max then, not int min, right? Because we're looking minimum sum, not maximum sum. Anyways, so we need to just get min pair, and maybe I'll make another function to like replace pair or something. I'll pass down the nums, and then I'll pass down the left and the right index that we're trying to replace. So I'm gonna just iterate through. Oh, and then I gotta send the sum that I'm replacing both of these indices with. Am I hot? Who knows? Are you hot, man? Are you hot? Are you cold? Nobody knows. What's happening, Steven Sagiball? Alright, how are we gonna replace these things? So I'm gonna be like, if I equal L, then push back sum. Else, I equal R, continue, don't do anything because we replaced them. And then otherwise, we just push back the current number that we're at, yeah? That's how I'm gonna replace it. I don't know how else to replace it, man. This is like a caveman style, right? So we got the get the minimum pair, we got a replace pair. Then we gotta check if it's good, maybe. What does is good mean? I think it means if it's non-decreasing. How can we check if it's non-decreasing? So if array is said to be non-decreasing if each element is greater than or equal to its previous element. So as long as each element is greater than or equal to its previous element. So if this is greater than or equal, or I guess that means if it's less than its previous element, that means this is not good. Yeah? Yeah. Otherwise it's good. 4? What the hell am I typing? Alright, now we got these little 3 functions to help us write everything. Want to see my game update? Sent you already, but you didn't respond. Man, I saw it. What kind of update is that? You sent me a dark ass screenshot. I can't even see anything on that thing, man. Anyways, it's a spooky game. Yeah, it don't look spooky. It just looks like blank darkness. What am I trying to do? We're trying to just... So it says the first thing you gotta do is check if it's good. Yeah, so if alright, so this is how many steps, I guess. So if it's good, we'll just return immediately. And then if it's not, if it gets to the next line, that means it's not good, and we should call these things, I guess. Get min pair, and then replace min pair. Get min pair nums. It's not really a pair, but whatever. Maybe I should actually make it a pair. Right? And then I can be like this, maybe? Is that how it works? I forget my syntax, man. Or is it like that? The Kenneth Y. What's happening? How the algorithms going lately? I've been struggling a lot, man, but I haven't practiced in a few months. So I think that's normal. What we're trying to do, we're trying to get them in pair, then replace that pair. Well, what's the sum? The sum would just be nums L plus nums R. Is that it? Let's see. That was kind of annoying easy. I haven't gotten the AC yet, but I think this should be hopefully okay. Nah, I have some crazy things going on here. this while true. Hey, this thing should be good eventually, right? Oh, you know what I didn't do, man? I didn't set the dang nums to new nums. Do I have to do that? Maybe I just set nums equal to this. Straight up. Q Ultimus, welcome to the party. Alright, there we go. Easy work. Alright. So, hold on, man. I gotta try and do something here. I'm trying a new thing out. I'm trying to catalog everything I do, man. Minimum pair removal to sort array arc. Minimum. All right, here we go. I'm gonna just copy. Can I copy at? How do I copy something at this time? Can I do that, man? Can I do that from a live stream? I'm gonna try that. And then I can just update my catalog as I solve problems. But I'm thinking maybe I should have copied the thing right before I solved the problem. And then I have the URL ready to go, you know? Instead of me like backtracking and trying to find when I started it. Like right here. Alright, right here. Can I do that? I can't even copy at a certain time. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to figure out how to do this. Maybe every time I end stream, I'll just do it immediately. Anyways, should we do virtual contests or elite rooms? I kind of want to do the virtual contests to see what I've been missing out on. Let's see which ones I did last. I did all of these? No, these are actual contests. So anything between 483 and 455. Maybe I'll hit up 482. Right here. Already started. All right, maximum score. Dang, I've already done this. How did I already do this? I guess. All right, let me quit. I already done this one. Was this a virtual? Yeah, that was a virtual. Maybe it's 481 I should do. All right, here we go. One more time. Key 1, mirror distance of an integer. You're given an integer n. Define its mirror distance as absolute difference between n and reverse n, where reverse n is the integer formatted by reversing the digits of n. Return an integer denoting the mirror distance of n. ABS x denotes the absolute value of x. Mirror distance. How am I get reverse n, man? String to integer s. Not s, it's n. That looks good to me. So 27, 9, and 0. 27, 9, 0. Submit. Easy AC for Q1. Q2, minimum deletion cost to make all characters equal. You're given a string S of length n and an integer array cost of the same length, where cost I is the cost to delete the ith character of S. You may delete any number of characters from S, possibly none, such that the resulting string is non-empty and consists of equal characters. Return an integer denoting the minimum total deletion costs required. Don't Defense wants to do TypeRacer. Let's do it, man. Don't Defense redeemed the TypeRacer earlier today, right as I ended stream. So, I'm gonna do it right now. Tomorrow, we're doing it right now. You guys ready? All right. First race is the warm-up. Second race is the championship round. All right. Here we go. Dang, what a crazy warm-up. Oh, make sure to link it on Discord. Hey, that's very true, man. Where the heck is my Discord? All right. Hey, did the race start? About to start the warm-up. Here we go. That's a bit weird for real. Too hard, man. All right. Dang, Don't Defense still got the triple digits in that long ass passage. Not bad. All right. Championship round coming up, man. Dang, 87 WPMs all time. That's it. Dang, Q got 96 average speed all time. All right. Let's do this, man. Championship round. Oh, Jesus Christ. So dang. It could be a crazy speed. Let's get ready. Man, messed up. Dang, could start with the 100 WPMs in the championship round. But Don't Defense with the 110. You beat me, man. Jesus. You beat Smart Coder and you beat Q. Oh, dang. Hey, don't defense. If you weren't there, Clistar would have been on the board. She's probably a little bit upset about that. Anyways, how much did he go last race? 110? No, he can't be removed, man. Those are the rules. So don't defense with the 110. Very nice, very nice. I'm always a loser, bro. TypeRacer ain't for me. Hey, Smart Coder, you've gotten a lot faster over the years. I've noticed a big improvement in your speed, man. That's for sure. Ain't no doubts about that, man. I cheated by reading the paragraph before. I think we all read the paragraph or the one sentence before. Glump is in the house. What's happening, Glump? I'd up my WPM by so much and my fingers just knew how to spell. Hey, sometimes my fingers just freeze and I don't know what to do, man. They freeze for like 300 milliseconds and then Q dusts me out, or don't defense dusts me out. Or everybody dusts me when that happens. Alright, man. What's next? Oh, I was doing that one problem. I don't remember which problem though. This one? Yeah, it must be that one. My hands will type words as though they were anagrams. What if I'm typing words that I type all the time? I can type them really fast. Like something. I type that word so many times. And other, like, you know, small words. Alright, minimum deletion cost to make all characters equal. You're given a string S of length n and an integer array costs of the same length, where cost I is a cost to delete the ith character of S. You may delete any number of characters from S, possibly none, such that the resulting string is non-empty and consists of equal characters. Return an integer denoting the minimum total deletion cost required. Oh no. Oh shit. Rana Creed, how you doing? Website chat not working? What you talking about, man? Is it not? I don't know if maybe you're not logged in or what. Maybe it's not working because I haven't checked if it works. Is that what he's talking about, Rana Creed? Oh wait, that's not even my real website, man. This is my real website. Do I need to log? Yeah, you need to be registered to use this chat thing. But that chat is just a joke thing right now. It's not even a real, like, I need to do a lot of work on it. Anyways, let me look at this example. So, example 1. AABAAC, and these are the costs to delete. So what do they want? They want what are we gonna delete, man? The answer is 11. Do we just try and delete everything? No. What? A, B, A. Wonder if I... Hey, what the heck? Don't defense redeems a TypeRacer. Dang, you trying to do that to me, man? I just had an idea. Let me just say my idea because maybe I'll remember it. My idea was gonna be to group all of the costs of every letter and then just, you know, add up all the costs together, and then the difference of the current letter with the sum of all the costs will be how much it would cost to make the character only that character in the string, to delete all the other things. So I think that's how you'd solve the problem. But anyways, let's go to the TypeRacer and then I'll implement that. Right? I already have a racing track. Everybody's already here. Look at that. I'm not about to send another TypeRacer message to my Discord though, man. So there it is. Are you guys ready? First race, warm up, second race, championship round. It's another long warm up. Too hard. Too many words that I can't even spell, man. What's it cute call to? I panic real hard, see him in gain ground. Hey, pretty close, but I made so many typos. Jeez. Oh, damn, we got Gabriel from the Philippines. What's happening, man? Do you start reading books? Oh man, I have a book on my nightstand. I haven't read it though. Anyways, I don't read books, unfortunately. I'm a little bit embarrassed about it, but what can you do, man? Maybe, hey, I think I'm like a little bit dyslexic sometimes, man, because I can't spell. Reading is really difficult for me, you know. Anyways, all right, championship round. Oh, let's go. Dang, don't defense is zooming these days. Jeez. Oh man. Freddy the Coder, what's happening from Japan? Welcome to the party, man. 2K Racer on LeetCode, Hogwarts FC Manager. I am no longer 2K rated, man. I'm like well below 2K. I haven't been practicing in the last few months, and I don't know if I'll ever break 2K again. Or are you talking to me? Or are you talking to somebody else? Wait, who who won that? Don't defense, how fast was it? 113? I forget. 2 in a row, man. 2 in a row. Pixel Pusher isn't here to stop you. Wait. Above 110? I think it was 113. I'm gonna just put it in. I'm gonna just put it in. 2 in a row. Look at that. When you do contests, do you use notes or legit come up with 3-4 and 4-4 without notes? I don't really use notes. You mean like pen and paper? I basically solve everything in the LeetCode text box. Rarely will I bring out a pen or a paper or anything to draw on, you know. But maybe that's why I don't solve Q3, Q4 that often. I used to solve Q3 almost all the time, but in the last year or so, I think the Q3s have been really, really difficult for me. Lots of times it requires like some crazy algorithm that I don't know, like segment trees or whatever, you know. Like I understand Dijkstra's SCC prefix trees, but to spit the code out is annoying. Sometimes for me. I've practiced Dijkstra so much that I can just regurgitate Dijkstra's. Strongly connected components. Oh, right. I don't really do that union find stuff, but I should. And I don't really know what prefix trees are. So like those are the advanced topics that I'm missing to like consistently solve Q3s, Q4s, I think. And segment trees and whatever else there is out there. Rolling hash is something I struggle with. Digit DP I'm not that great at, but I understand it to some degree. I really suck at tries. I can't do like what there's like some sort where you split, like divide and conquer. I'm not good at. Anyways, I have a lot of weaknesses that I could work on. Black Mermaid, what's happened? Hey Midnight Simon, do you recommend when first starting out to stick with brute force until you get better, or start out with the most optimized solutions? I don't think I recommend either, actually. I think well, if you're just starting out, I suppose most easy problems you could brute force. So I'll say maybe brute force is okay for easy problems. But if you're just starting out, I really think you should try to learn the fundamentals of algorithms and data structures. Like try to cover all of your data structures. Like you should know how to use heaps or priority queues, or know like how arrays behave. And I don't know whatever other data structures there are. Hash maps, sets, sorted maps, unsorted maps. And then you should look at all the algorithms, like, well, this is this one. There's a few algorithms here I think these regular algorithms are like foundational algo knowledge, and then as you get up the tiers, they become for like harder problems, or they're just more rare things, you know. So I feel, yeah, if you're just starting out, try and do easy problems, but also just try and familiarize yourself with algorithms and practice problems based on those algorithms. And then once you have a good foundation, and this is going to take you a very long time. I'm thinking many months. It took me 2 years to get pretty decent. And I've been studying algorithms for about 6 years now, maybe almost 7 years. So it's gonna be a grind, man. Anyways, oh, this is my new topics page I'm working on. I'm working on that in the daytime. If anyone asks me the right side, I'm pissed in an interview. Anyone got good prep for system design interviews besides reading DDIA? DDIA, for those of you who don't know, is designing data-intensive applications. When are you asking to make a TypeRacer? Hey, don't defend, Sam. Who says I'm not making it, man? I was working on it last night, TypeBlazer. I might work on it next week, but there are a few things that I want to finish up on midnightsimon.com before I context switch to TypeBlazer. But maybe I can even run enough parallel agents where I, can vibe code my website and TypeBlazer at the same time. I'm just like, slowly ramping up to full velocity. Right now, I think I'm operating at like 25% velocity right now. Anyways, I was doing this virtual contest, Q2, and I think I came up with a good idea, so I'm gonna try and do that. My idea was to just group all the letters and their costs together, and then get the total cost of everything, and then just iterate over each letter that we've seen, and then the difference between the total cost and that letter's cost would be the cost it would cost to delete all the other characters in the string. So let me try and implement that. So what do we need? I'm gonna use, I guess we can use a vector long and do ASCII math to store all the characters. I'm gonna call this charsums of size 26. So now I'm going to iterate over S, and then so I'll be like charsum si minus a. This will give me the ASCII minus the ASCII, and I'll get, you know how that works. Anyways, what am I doing? And I'm adding the cost. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. And then, I don't know, I guess I can just, what, the minimum, I guess I can just figure out what the answer is based on those sums, right? Oh, I need a total sum as well. And I'm gonna just add it here. So total sum plus equal cost I. What am I saying now? I'm gonna say this is the answer. Long max. Now I'm iterating through each letter, and then it's gonna be like total sum minus the char sums of the current letter, and then yeah, let's see if that works. Oh geez, using ints, man, come on. I have any other ints? All right, so 11, 13, and 0. That's what I should get. So I'm pretty comfortable. I'm just gonna submit. Easy work. Q2, not bad for this contest. Q3, Jesus. Q3 is hard. Q4 also hard. Dang. Minimum swaps to avoid forbidden values. You are given two integer arrays, nums and forbidden, each of length n. You may perform the following operation any number of times, including 0. Choose two distinct indices, I and j, and swap nums I with nums j. Return the minimum number of swaps required such that for every index I, the value of nums I is not equal to forbidden I. If no amount of swaps can ensure that every index avoids its forbidden value, return -1. I don't know, man. The problem sounds hard. I already seen 2,000 people solved it. Usually that means it's too hard for me. This problem looks easier based on how many people solved it, the percentage of people that solved it. But I guess I'll just try Q3 first. So our nums is 1, 2, 3, forbidden 3, 2, 1. The answer is we just swap these two numbers. 10 to the 5th. So they're looking for a n log n or a on solution. Do I just... What would you do? How can you know if it's not possible? Because you can swap any indices, right? So 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. So 2 is forbidden. So I could swap 2 and 3 and it'd be alright as well. Look at example 2. 4, 6, 6, 5. 4, 6, 5, 5. So 3 are bad initially. So you swap. Man. Is this problem too hard for me? Oh, n or n log n algorithm. What could it be? I don't have any good ideas, man. No ideas at all. I'm thinking, can I think of some way to do like that while loop type of swap where I'm iterating over every index and then it's like while the index is forbidden, then we want to swap it with something that's not forbidden. So that means, do I have to keep a map of every number and it's the indices that it appears at? So to quickly find like any number that's not forbidden, just swap it. Or but how do I know? How would I even know if it's not possible? I guess when there's no other numbers to swap. But I feel if I did try to implement something like this, maybe it will get stuck in an infinite loop where it keeps trying to swap back and forth between things I've already tried, you know? So how can I also remember some type? I don't know, man. Is this a greedy problem? What would greedy even mean here? You know, swap with something that's also forbidden? Or both of, you know? I don't know. Oh, Jesus. Jesus Christ. Drink some water and think about it. BetSimp, what's happening, man? Welcome. Is Algorithm Club like Hellfire Club? I don't know what Hellfire Club is, man. What is that? Hi, sir. I'm Jace. So my English is not that good. I want to ask, I just completed Python, C, and a little bit of Java. What to do next? I wanted to be data scientist. Sorry if there's any grammatical mistake. I don't know anything about data science, so I'm not the right person to give you advice. Yeah, so I absolutely know nothing about data science. But if you want to be a software engineer, man, I could help you. I could guide you. And it's all about LeetCode. From Stranger Things. I haven't seen Stranger Things. Maybe I should watch it one day. Oh. How the hell do you solve this problem, man? It's like no algorithm jumps out at me. That's how I know you're locked in. Hey, I don't really watch that much TV, I'd say. But I guess lately I've been watching a little bit. We've been doing this thing where, you know, I have a Jellyfin server at home with, you know, my own library. And I don't have that many movies in there. Maybe like 500 and something movies. But it's a lot of movies I haven't seen. And they're all like hand selected. Only, yeah. So instead of like searching for a movie to watch, what me and my wife do is we have, you know, it's like we have up to five movies we can look at. And there's a feature in Jellyfin where you can select random. And it chooses a random movie in our whole collection. So it's like we get 5 chances, man. We hit the random button one time. And we both have to agree to watch it. And if we get to the 5th one and we've passed everything, we gotta watch the 5th one. So we've done that like three times now. And it's gotten us to watch some movies that we wouldn't normally watch, you know, especially when you skip everything and you're on that 5th one and you just gotta watch it. So which movies did I watch like that? I watched a movie called Peanut Butter Falcon. That one was pretty good. I watched one called Tropic Thunder. I already watched that, but everybody likes that movie. And then another one called My Old Ass. These two are pretty good. I mean, everyone's seen Tropic Thunder, I think. But this Peanut Butter Falcon and My Old Ass was pretty good. And Parent Trap, yeah, and Parent Trap. That's an old ass movie though. I feel like I am good at LeetCode, but I have a hard time conceptualizing the problem description. It takes me a few minutes to understand the problem, especially for hard problems. I'm doing BCA, Bachelor of Computer Applications. You should watch Stranger Things or The Life 1999. The Life, never heard of that. Stranger Things, maybe I'll watch that one day. Anyways, how am I gonna solve this problem, man? That's what we really need to figure out. The minimum swaps. How do we know this one is 2? There's so many forbidden numbers. Alright, maybe we can do some type of math to figure this out. Stranger Things is too scary. Yeah, maybe. Alright, so we have 3 distinct. Or maybe I need like a hash set of each. So we have 1 4 1 4. Oh jeez, I don't know what I'm doing. But the forbiddens won't move. Right? I don't know. So it's 2. All right, let me try and do anything to solve this. So, all right, here we go. I'm iterating through, and I'm like, dang, this 4 right here is forbidden. We gotta swap that with something, yeah? So, what do we swap it with? Maybe I'm just like, alright, this 6 looks like a good candidate, so I'm gonna swap it, right? Now we did 1 swap, and this is allowed, so I'm going to go to the next thing. And then this 4 6, that looks alright. So I'm gonna go forward. And this is alright. Yeah. So I'm gonna go forward. And this is forbidden. So I need to find a position that I can swap this. I guess I can swap this with any other position except for 5s. Yeah, so like I could swap it there. I have to figure out how to decide where to swap something. Ice Cold Witch Wagwan. How you doing, man? Forbidden. Yeah. Oh snap! Missed some messages. See you later. Dang, maybe he left because I didn't answer anything. My bad. Thanks for tuning in, man. How are we gonna solve this problem, though? Would you be okay with us chiming in on how we could solve? Yeah, please. I need help because I don't think I can solve this right now, man. It's probably a little bit too hard for me. or you're gonna watch me basically sit here for the next hour struggling and just trying all types of nonsense. Not because that you helped me. Okay, alright, well, have a good day or night, man. Thanks for watching. Oh, Jesus. Problems too hard. It must be something where you just have a map of indices of numbers and where they're at, and then swap them and update the map as you go, you know. Well, that sounds kind of annoying to prove that it works, and maybe even annoying to fully implement it to find out if it works. Why can't you increment some counts and then do the swap operation? If you see a forbidden number, but if you reach the end of the list, don't swap. Increment some counts and then do a swap operation if you see a forbidden number. Yeah. Oh, are you just also trying to brainstorm here? Alright, that's good to know, because sometimes when people give me hints, I assume that they actually know how to solve the answer. So then I like focus on their hints a lot, you know? So thank you for telling me. You're just brainstorming there, man. Are you Jamaican? Jamaican, maybe. But yeah. What do y'all say? Should I read Q4? Should I try Q4 since it looks like maybe my chances of solving that are a little bit looking good? Let me read it. Total sum of interaction costs in tree groups. You are given an integer n and an undirected tree with n nodes numbered from 0 to n minus 1. This is represented by a 2D array edges of length n minus 1, where edges I equal uv indicates that indicates an undirected edge between nodes u and v. You are also given an integer array group of length n, where group I denotes the group label assigned to node I. Two nodes u and v are considered part of the same group if group u equal to group v. The interaction cost between u and v is defined as the number of edges on the unique path connecting them in the tree. Return an integer denoting the sum of interaction costs over all unordered pairs with u not equal v, such that group u equal group v. What are you talking about, man? Try Q4? Yeah, I'm about to try it, LeetWhale. What the hell are they talking about? Sum of interaction costs. The number of edges on the unique path connecting them in a tree. Okay. So if they belong to the same group, then they're in the same group, okay. And then the number of edges on the unique path. Alright, let's look at some examples. Everything is group 1. All nodes belongs to group 1. The interaction costs between the pairs of nodes are one edge, and 2 edges. So that's 4. Unordered pairs. What does that really mean? Does that mean 0, 1 and 1, 0 is the same? Yes, I think that's what it means. It's the same pair, huh? Alright, let me look at this example. 4 nodes. This is how it looks. And the groups are 1, 1, 4, 4. So it'd be 1, 3, 3. Alright, maybe I have a chance at this one, man. Because I actually understand a little bit. I guess I understand the Q3 as well. I just don't know what algorithm. This one, I also don't know what algorithm, but we'll see. So let me look at the constraints. Dang, there's 100,000 nodes. And there's up to 20 groups. So I need some way to figure out distance from one node. Dang, how do you do this one? I feel like I have no idea. But maybe I'm not hopeless yet. So I can't just go to every node and then visit every other node in the group, because that's gonna TLE since there's so many nodes. You know, what if every node here belongs to the same group? It's basically n squared, right? Too slow. Return 6, 7. You never know, man. So there must be a way that we can visit each thing and then we kind of just know how far it is from all the other things. But how... shit. Maybe I just choose a starting node. I don't know yet. I'm thinking if I can do some type of BFS, and as I'm traversing, I need to like collect my edges and I don't know what I'm talking about. Like if I start from 0 in this one, 0 belongs to group 1. Then I go here and I visit group 1 and 4 and 4. So maybe can I, hey, LeetWhale, can I solve this problem? Does it require an algorithm that I don't know? Or for sure I know this algorithm. I just need to figure out how to piece it together. How do you find the distance? I'm about to give up, man. Or at least, yeah. What else can I do? Start from one node, group 1, visit another node, group 1, add that. And here there's like a group 4 and a group 4, each one away. Can you take advantage of how there are at most 20 different groups? Alright, let's think about that constraint. 20 different groups. What does it tell me? That means at most 5,000. No, 20 different groups at most. Input generators are edges represent a valid tree. Hey, what is a tree? A tree is like no cycles, right? Alright, 20 different groups. Do I just run like a BFS 20 times? Or is like 20 is basically constant, right? So do I just, for each group, just BFS, and then once I hit another node in that group, I add the distance that we've traveled to get to that node. I'm gonna try that, man. Does that sound crazy? So I group all the things up or whatever, and then I just find one node from each group, and I use that as my starting point, and then I BFS to visit every node. And if I visit a node that is in this current group I'm running, yeah, I don't know if it's gonna work, but I need to code something up, man. I don't even remember how to make an adjacency list. How do you make, is it like this? For sure I need an adjacency list, right? What else? I need to find out what groups they belong to. So I guess we already have that group mapping here. Oh, but maybe now, maybe I need to map a group. So a group number to a set of nodes that belong to that group. group members. Yeah, I'm gonna try that. So as I'm iterating through these edges, I'm gonna be like group members. So I need the group number. And then I need to push back. Wait, what am I doing? Yeah. Right? I'm push back that node that's in that group. I don't know, man. So then maybe I can also, yeah, actually maybe I can just the group and then members. So now I'm iterating through everything, and then maybe I'll just BFS every single group and, you know, try and do the thing. I don't know how to BFS, man. I forgot. So I know I need a queue. Okay, so queue of nodes, right? So we just need one member. And what is this? An unordered set? Members dot, can I just say begin? Like that set should not be empty, yeah. So that's where we'll start. We have the adjacency list. Maybe we need more state in this. Maybe we need the node. Ah, interesting. I need, alright. Like, alright, if all of these belong to the same group, 0, 1, 2, and I'm doing this BFS and I say I start from 0, and I'm going to this one, that's one edge that I've traveled. So maybe I need to record, alright, this would be like my node, right? Count of nodes I've seen on this path. And total this, I don't know, man. Alright, nodes we've seen and distance we've traveled, maybe. So when we go from 0 to 1, we've traveled a distance of 1, and we've seen like 2 nodes now. So it's like, that's 1. But now going forward, there's 2 nodes behind. So when we see a new node, so that's 1. Now we have 2 nodes and we travel a distance of 1 before we see the next thing. So I mean, the answer would be 3. But actually I don't know what I'm doing, man. A negative IQ viewer, what's happening? Oh shit, I give up, man. This problem is too hard for me. One, 2. Alright, 1. I gotta look at some solutions, maybe. I give up. We're done. We're done here. Should I go check it out, man? Post order DFS. That's crazy. Post order. I don't see it. The subtree counts times I think, yeah, maybe I was thinking something like this, but I was thinking BFS, which probably is not the right choice. But I think this formula here is maybe what I was trying to figure out. Because it's like the subtree count is how many nodes we've seen so far. But in the post order DFS, I guess it would be like how many nodes below the current node that we're at in the subtree. So if we get how many nodes are in there, and if we have the total count of all nodes. What is that? What? Hold on. So this subtree I don't really get this. How many nodes of each group are in each tree? Okay, so we have one node and 2 4 nodes. Everything's too hard today. Alright. Who knows? I give up. We got an hour and a half, man. Just enough time to do another virtual contest, maybe. Which one was that? Did terrible. Let's see. It's 481. Dang, look at these low ass ranks I've been getting, man. Good thing I haven't been taking a contest. Be getting worked. Alright, I'll do 480 or something. Or 172. Have I done 172? Alright, bi-weekly contest 172. That was a tough contest. Weekly contest 480 is easier. Wait, which one is tough? 172 is tough, or whichever one I just did? They're all tough to me, Elite Whale. They're real tough, man. Alright, I'll do 480 since it was easier. The weekly I just did was tough. Alright, well, I'll still do this one anyways. Jesus Christ. Alright, here we go, man. Another virtual contest. Absolute difference between maximum and minimum k elements. You're given an integer array, nums, and an integer k. Find the absolute difference between the sum of the k largest elements in the array and the sum of the k smallest elements in the array. Return an integer denoting this difference. Alright, so I guess I'm gonna just sort. And then I'm gonna be like 100, 100, no overflows. So I'll be like, what do I want? Largest and smallest. So now the first k. And be like, this is small, that's equal to, and then I'm gonna do sheets. I don't know how the hell, I don't know the math. How can I do this quickly? I don't want to think about that. So I'm gonna just reverse sort it, man. What a joke. Large. And then we return. Alright, let's see. 5, 0. That's all they give me. So 5, 0, send it. AC, Q1. Not bad. Q2, reverse words with same vowel count. You are given a string S consisting of lowercase English words, each separated by a single space. Determine how many vowels appear in the first word. Then reverse each following word that has the same vowel counts, leave all remaining words unchanged. Return the resulting string. What? Reverse which words? How many vowels appear in the first word, then reverse each following word that has the same vowel count. Alright. I hate string stuff in C++. Let me see what's the fastest way I can implement this. How do I split a dang string, man? Should I even worry about doing that? Should I try it? I'm gonna just hope everything is separated by a single space. Yeah, it is. So I'm gonna have this buffer. So if it's a space, push back the buffer and then reset the thing. So now I have a list of my words. I need to count the vowels. So I'll iterate through everything in the first word. A, E, I, O, U. Maybe I should make this a dang function. So I'm gonna make it into a lambda or pass a string, and then I'm gonna iterate through each character in the string. If it's a vowel, then increment the counts and return at the end. So that's our target vowels, and then I guess this is how many words we got. So I'm just going to start from the second word because we don't do anything to the first word. And then I'm gonna be like, the current vowels is that. And then if this current vowels is equal to our target vowels, then we should reverse this word, right? And then maybe we need to build a string now. So I'm just going to iterate again through those words and do that, and then pop the last space. Hopefully that passes, we'll see. Nah, what the hell, man? How come? That's why. Alright. Cat DNA mice. Book is nice. No. Why didn't nice get reversed, man? It's a little crazy, huh? A little crazy. Banana healthy, banana healthy. Why did that not get reversed? Huh? About to find out. Zero. A, E, I, O, U. Come on, man. Come on. Alright, I'm gonna take out these C outs. And I think that's good to go for Q2. I'm gonna send it. Negative IQ viewer, can't you just debug? I don't got time for that sometimes, man. Well, I guess that was debugging. I was debugging by printing, looking at my logs, you know. I don't know. You mean debug just by looking at the code? Yeah, but during a contest, I know this is not a real contest, but I try to save time by just looking at things that I suspect are wrong. My vision ain't too good these days, you know. Alright, Q3. Next question. Minimum moves to balance circular array. You are given a circular array balance of length n, where balance I is the net balance of person I. In one move, a person can transfer exactly 1 unit of balance to either their left or right neighbor. Return the minimum number of moves required so that every person has a non-negative balance. If it is impossible, return -1. Note, you are guaranteed that at most one index has a negative balance initially. Okay, so it's impossible if the negative values are higher than the positive values, right? Yes, I believe so. But now, how do we know the minimum? So -4, the answer is 4 because we just take from 5, all of it from 5 basically, right? And this one, we gotta go far to get that. We gotta go 1 away and then 2. I'm new in this space. Can you explain what you're doing? Yeah, I'm trying to explain as I go, but maybe I'm not super explaining too well. Right now, I don't know how to solve this problem, Q3. So I'm trying to look at the examples and see if I can figure out some type of algorithm to code up that will give me the answer. So I'm looking at how they arrive at certain answers. Like this one, it looks like the negative numbers, if you take from your adjacent neighbors, it's just how many spaces, you know, it's only 1 space away. So to transfer 2 to this -5, it would be 2 moves. But to transfer this 1, it's 2 spaces away. So each unit of weight that I'm trying to transfer from this 1 to this 5 is going to be 2 moves because it's 2 units away. So this answer is 6 because this -5 can take from these 2 2s right next to it, and that's 4 moves. And then it's going to take 2 moves to bring this 1 to this -5. So that's a total of 6 moves to make this whole array non-negative. And I see that. And then I look at example 3 and I realize that the sum of the negative numbers is greater than the sum of the positive numbers. So then that means we cannot balance this array. But I still don't really know how to know the minimum moves required. I don't know. Should we start from the largest negative numbers, and you know, which way do we go? I guess you want to take the numbers as close to you as possible, right? But what if there is a decision you have to make where, yeah, how do you know what choice to make? Like this one is only 4 elements, but it can have up to 100,000 elements. Oh, they said there's at most 1 negative value. That's key. This is key to solving it. I thought there was multiple negative values, but since there's only 1 negative value, I think this is just you have 2 choices. You either go left or you go right. Yeah, maybe it's a DP problem where You go left or you go right? Actually, I don't really know. Oh, I know. I think I know. Maybe it's a... Yeah, I can do this, man. Alright, so first thing I'm gonna sum the negatives, or sum positive. Well, maybe I should n balance dot size. So I'm iterating through every index, and I'm going to say if the number is positive, I add it to positive sum. Otherwise, if the number is negative, well, I guess I can do greater than 0 there. But if the number is negative, I want to remember the index of that number, and then I'll just start from left and right like this. Neg -1, neg +1 maybe. Full stacking. What's happened? Welcome. It's been a long time. Hey, I've been away for many months. I've been busy with real life. Quit my job, moved to a new place, was busy doing all that, you know. And now I'm set up in my new studio, and this is like my first week back. So I'll be streaming a lot more regularly now that I'm, you know, unemployed. Hope life is going well. Yeah, it's going great. It's going really great. Why did you quit? I'm a college student trying to pick a specialization since I didn't get any internships after over 200 applications with my generalist projects and resume. How did you pick your area of focus? Been Googling and thinking about it all week, and I gotta get back on the learning grind. What's happened? Jurin, how you doing? How did I pick what I was trying? I didn't really pick. I was just a generalist, really. But I knew I wanted to work in C++, and I knew I wanted to work on infrastructure. So I did all my LeetCode in C++, and I just got lucky matching with the infrastructure team. I'd say things are a lot different in 2026. I got hired in 2021, you know. By the way, I think you would understand the Q4 solution that you looked at earlier if you understand that in subtree times out subtree represents a number of pairs of nodes x and y. Yes. Let me think. Pairs of nodes x and y, where x and y belong to a group G, and x must traverse over edge UV to reach node Y. For every edge, you count how many times it's used by each group. If you look at the solution with this explanation, it may make sense. Yeah, I think it's making a little bit of sense since you said that, actually. The tech industry is going through some real changes. Yeah, things are a little bit weird right now, man, but keep on keeping on. I suppose, you know, when I graduated college, I never studied computer science. I majored in mechanical engineering, and it was somewhat similar to the atmosphere right now, because there was like a big recession at the time. No companies were really hiring, and I couldn't find a job either, man. So I had to just go work in a restaurant. I'm not gonna lie. I'd say if you can't find a job, you gotta figure something out, you know? Like, in the meantime, you gotta either find some way to make money. Don't be afraid to do jobs that you think are beneath you, even though you're definitely well educated and qualified. Sometimes times just suck, man, and you gotta wait it out. You know? There's no shame in side hustles. Yeah, like, you gotta feed yourself, you gotta find a way to get money, and I think maybe some people need to hear that these days. I worked a lot of shit jobs for a long time before I finally started to make money. Even with an engineering degree, you know. What do you mean? Mechanical engineer is what we need? Nah, not anymore. I graduated like 16, 17 years ago from college. But at the time, I had hundreds of applications. I had a couple interviews. Nobody wanted to hire me, man. I couldn't get any offers. And I guess the mechanical engineering interviews were strange because it wasn't like LeetCode. You know, LeetCode, you roll up, or these days the interviews, you roll up to the interview and they give you a LeetCode problem, and everybody knows that's what they expect. But back then, there was no standard for the interview, man. They used to ask me dumb questions like, how many golf balls can you fit in a 747? Or how many slices of pizza does New York City eat each year? I'm like, come on, man. Get out of here. Yeah, that was my experience trying to find a job. I've been working in tech for 25 plus years, and the one thing beyond skill people don't realize, it's all nepotism. That's how I felt when I graduated, man. Me and all my friends who are broke from not good families. I mean, I'm from a good family, but lots of my friends weren't from like good families. You know, maybe they were the first ones to go to college. They didn't have any connections. None of us found jobs, man. None of us found jobs for multiple years. But all of my classmates whose dad or uncle was like head of engineering or had an engineering company or they did this or something, all of them people got jobs, man. And they weren't always such great students. You know, maybe some of the worst students sometimes end up getting jobs because of nepotism. This is a big part of why it's harder now. Tech meetups used to be a thing. Well, I think there's also like less hiring going on. I know when I got hired, man, there were so many job offers going on. Everybody was getting offers. Like, so many people got like 10 interviews a week type of thing. But these days, I don't think it's that poppin'. I go to tech meetups now, it's still a thing. Yeah, I haven't been to one of those in a long time. I don't think I've ever been to one. Alright, what am I trying to do? I'm trying to figure this out. Basically, I just start from the middle and expand outwards, and the thing is circular. So, well, I should check if the positive sum is less than the absolute value of the negative number, then it is impossible. So otherwise we want to do RL like that. I don't know how to make it fancy, so I'm gonna just use some basic if statements. So if L is less than 0, and then if R is greater than or equal to N, just to make sure, right? Oh. This is, oh shit. I guess this is kind of weird. How do you do this? This is weird. Anyways, I basically just, I want to say while true, man, because this is definitely, once we know the positive sum is greater than or equal to the one negative number, we know for sure that we can arrive at a solution. Right? What a wild world. For my Riot Online assessment, they had us do LeetCode hards. One of them was Sudoku hard. Couldn't get it to run better than n squared, and it ran out of time. I don't know what it was like 5 or 6 years ago, but bro, I had a rough go this summer apps season. Dang. Like validate Sudoku or solve Sudoku, that's like an old school hard, man. I don't think that would be considered hard these days. Validate Sudoku is for sure not a hard problem. And then solving a Sudoku is a backtracking problem. So if you're saying you got an n squared solution, I have to assume it was a validate Sudoku problem, right? And then the solving one is like n, I guess backtracking is what, factorial or something? Solve Sudoku is NP hard, so if you solve it n squared, you get $1 million, right? The medium was easy. They had us do that one. It was a solve I couldn't get. That Sudoku is easy. Solve Sudoku is hard. Yeah, well, it's a LeetCode hard, but is it? I don't know. Maybe because I can do that problem, it doesn't seem super hard. But alright, it was very hard for me at one point. But once I learned backtracking, I don't think it was too difficult. I think Eric taught me that problem, and I just never forgot. I guess when somebody teaches you how to do it, it's real easy, man. But if you don't know, if somebody never taught you, or if you just don't know how to do it, I see where you're coming from. I guess that's how I felt for a long time. Okay. So, man, I don't even feel like doing this problem, but I should. I don't even know how to play Sudoku. Hey, maybe that's why he couldn't solve it, you know? Which algo do you know by heart? I guess I know binary search. Like how to implement standard algorithm for binary search. I can do BFS, DFS. I know them all by heart, I guess. Like a standard implementation. Dijkstra's, I don't know. I don't know, Cadane's algorithm. I guess maybe there's some I don't know by heart. I can't think of them right now though. Floyd Warshall, I don't know what the hell that is. Prim's algorithm, or whatever it's called. Prim's. I don't know that one by heart. I have to always derive it. Man. I'm just feeling lazy right now. TBH. Recite KMP now? I don't know KMP either. Union Fine is really nice. You should learn it. Yeah, I don't know Union Fine either, man. I knew it at one point. I studied Union Fine in my initial studying session back like 5 years ago. But then somebody told me that 99% of problems on LeetCode, you don't even need Union Fine. You can just DFS. So that kind of just, Union Fine kind of slowly disintegrated from my arsenal after that. Somebody told me that. But yeah, I think these days I definitely need to have Union Fine in my arsenal, man. I think I understand it. I just need to remember how to implement it correctly, you know. Let's see. You guys want to see my list that I've been working on? Is it this? Yeah, these are my lists. It's the same list, but I'm trying to like expand it a little bit, make it more informative. Yeah, it's not changed yet. This is just on my local server or local host or whatever, right? But I noticed I've been missing tries, bit manipulation, greedy. I didn't have these on my topics, so I've added them, and then I'm going to be trying to do the problems because I really want to like do a live learning bootcamp where I'm gonna try and just let everybody know that I'm doing it from this date to that date, every Monday, every Wednesday, or you know, whatever, something like that. And every session we'll just go over one topic, do a bunch of problems together, answer questions from everybody in chat, and see if we can get something like that going, you know. I imagine it would be a few months, like a 2-3 month boot camp, algorithm boot camp, you know. So my goal, I'm aiming to do this in about end of February, so beginning of March, end of February maybe. I have a lot to do, man. I've been talking about doing this for a long time, and I just never really found time between having to RTO or, you know, stuff. But now I don't have a job, so I don't have any more excuses. So I'm definitely working on this stuff every day, man. Making small progress. And earlier I was also showing a new feature that's coming to my website. It's my archive. My question, wait, where's the archive at, man? My solutions archive, man. This thing right here. So I'm gonna be manually going through all of my VODs on YouTube and linking a timestamp and a link to this live stream that I did where I solved that problem. So these are the ones I did so far. I only did like 3 VODs or something. And you click them, and it takes you to right when I'm solving the problem live. Anyways, lots of changes coming. But that's not rolled out yet either. I'm still working on that. So, I mean, my goal is to have the craziest library of live solves ever, you know? I think, you know, watching somebody teach you on YouTube that they've already rehearsed the problem and they already know the solution, I think it's a lot different than watching somebody try to figure it out for the first time and go through all the steps and process of elimination, or like things that I pick up with some intuition and I try and explain my intuition. Anyways, I think it might be helpful. I don't know what to do, man. Kind of tired. All right, I gotta finish this problem. That's what I need to do. But I'm just so lazy right now. So I'm gonna be like, should I put these things here? No, I should only need to do this one time, I think. Is there an internship opportunity with me? Hey, no, I'm not hiring. I don't have any money to hire interns, man. But if you want to learn algorithms, you can tune into the stream and ask questions. I'm more than happy to help you. Alright, what are we doing? I gotta regain my focus. So this is basically 2-pointer. And I gotta figure out which one is closer. I guess I just take the closer one. Distance L would be links to do unpaid internship. Yeah, but I don't really know what I'd have an intern do, man. I'm just a guy on Twitch, man. I'm not the person you want to intern or ask for internship. You gotta ask somebody with a job who can get you in. I think you learn a lot by working with a team, you know, that you can't get just by working on a small project with one person. All right, what are we trying to do? We're trying to find the distance to the negative. So that's either going to be dist L minus neg, like minus the index. So let me think, because it's circular, either we can go from, I guess, the absolute difference, right? Or if it's not the absolute difference, then it's like, let me just try and draw it out, man. All right, here's what I'm trying to do. I'm gonna draw some indices. If I had some numbers, I'm gonna just put I guess z, z, z. And let's say that x is where I'm trying to find. And I had another x here. And I'm trying to find the distance between the x's. This 4, this would be a 1 distance. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? The absolute difference between these two numbers. Or it's 1, 2, 3. And how do we do that? That is the minimum of that, or it's going to be n minus, oh, there should be L. N minus L. Seven minus 4. Plus x. Is that right? I don't know, man. I think that looks okay. We'll see. And then we'll say distance r same thing. Man, I've been doing this problem for a long time. I think I'm just running out of brain juice, slowly fading away. I can't focus on it. So the distance is how much we gotta multiply it by if we're trying to move some number, right? I don't know what to do, man. Chirag, what's happened from YouTube? How are you doing? Welcome to the party. Which algo is the most imp that solves most of the problems? You're talking which is the most common algorithm? I think, oh, most important. There's no single most important one. You need a lot of them to be able to solve problems. But I think the most versatile algorithm, in my opinion, is binary search, man. I think binary search for sure is easily the one that's most widely used. I don't know. There's so many creative ways that you can use binary search. 2 years on the job and I gave up on DSA. Dang. But you already, wait, 2 years? You're working in industry already? And you've given up, or you've been studying DSA for 2 years and now you're giving up? I don't know. Man, if you already got a job, I guess you don't really need to know DSA, man. What am I doing? So if we took the L pointer That's, I guess, the minimum of L. And is it nums? It's called balance, man. Right? Dist L times take L. So if this is how much it would cost, right? So if this is Gracer, we should take this. Is it a long? I should long one of them. Then our increments are, I guess, increment R, yeah, right? And decrement L. Faint Bunny, thank you very much for the follow. I don't even know if this is right, man. I don't even know if this part is necessary. As a programmer, do you know a lot about linear algebra? I took linear algebra in college, and I passed it, but I don't remember anything about linear algebra. And I did not study CS. I took linear algebra as a mechanical engineer. So as a programmer, I know not a lot about linear algebra. I guess I'm gonna just be like, if balance, if that's 0, then we're done. I don't think this is right, but whatever. Can you help me with my linear algebra homework? Man, I just said I don't know anything about linear algebra though. What's your linear algebra homework? Maybe someone in chat can help you. Eight, 6, -1. How am I at 8, man? All right. So I start there. Let me see. Hey, Q9 PSG, what's happened? 3 stream streak. That's nice. How How to solve a system of equations using row echelon form? I don't know anything about that, man. I think these names sound familiar. I think I remember hearing this name about 15 years ago, but I don't know how to do that. I'm sorry, can't help you. Oh, wait. How many moves? One. Why am I getting 8 here, man? I gotta debug it. But I'm lazy right now. Does importance of DSA depend on company scale? Because I interviewed for a MNC. I'm not sure what that is. And they asked DSA, but the startup didn't. Yes, I think big tech companies ask data structures and algorithms, and smaller companies usually ask like pair programming stuff or design a feature or, you know, some other type, something that's not DSA. So I think the smaller the company, the less likely it is that it will be a DSA interview. That is true. Startup wants skills right away because they want to build the project fast. Well, what's MNC, man? MNCs look for individuals that can solve problems in particular time. That shows how fast they're able to. Yeah, big companies just want to know that you're smart, man. I think. Because you're going to have to learn on the job anyways. They just want to know that you can learn whatever you can. Multinational companies. Never heard that before. Maybe it's just me getting old. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I think I can solve this. I just can't focus right now, man. I think I'm tired of this problem. I'm gonna take a little break. Maybe I'll do like one problem before I leave, but I need to just not think about a LeetCode problem for a couple minutes. It's been a while since I've been in college. That sounds familiar, but I don't remember either. Yeah, maybe that's true. Me too had experience from multinational companies, but industrial domain. Yeah, I think it's everybody knows that the big companies, for sure, it's more than likely LeetCode, man. And startups, they want to know that you know their stack, you know, whatever they're using, that you already know how to use it. Bigger companies, they don't care if you know their exact stack because they don't even know where they're gonna put you yet, man. You might be a Java expert, but maybe their vacancy is for Python. So they're not gonna ask you a bunch of Python knowledge to a Java developer and then lose out on missing a great candidate just because they didn't know that stack when they can ramp up in like a year or less. So I think that's the mentality for these larger companies, man. they have time to like invest in their employees and give them time to like ramp up and get familiar with the code base. Or smaller companies, they don't have that luxury. They're like running out of money every day. They're not even probably have a profit or anything. And they just need you to be as useful as possible as soon as possible. Kilobytes 808, thank you very much for the follow. Dang. Man. What are we gonna do, man? Try to do some zero track or something. Some easy, chill zero tracks. From 1600 to 1900. Is that a chill? That's pretty chill. 1720. That's real chill. Any of these, I guess. Easy Leet rooms. That's what you want to do, Leet Whale? Alright, we'll do an easy Leet rooms, man. Oh shit. Let me make sure it's on easy. Just wind down. This is like the cool off. Alright, that's the Leet Rooms. Leet Rooms is an extension that's available on Chrome only, and it allows you to play LeetCode multiplayer with other people. So I just shared the room code, and we're all gonna be solving those problems. Or me and Leet Whale and whoever else wants to join us. Here we go. Q1. The employee that worked on the longest task. There are n employees, each with a unique ID from 0 to n-1. You're given a 2D integer array logs, where logs I equal ID leave time, where ID is the ID of the employee that worked on the ith task, and leave time is the time at which the employee finished the ith task. All the values leave time are unique. Note that the ith task starts the moment right after the i-1th task ends, and the 0th task starts at time 0. Return the ID of the employee that worked the task with the longest time. If there is a tie between 2 or more employees, return the smallest ID among them. Oh, Jesus Christ. Task with the longest time. I don't even know. Zeroth task starts at 0 time. Alright, so they give me these logs. Are they in order? Are they in order of time already? I guess so. So it says 0 task starts at time 0. What's n, man? There are n employees, each with unique ID 0 to n-1. Why do we care about how many employees there are? So I guess I'm gonna be like, So this is, let me make some nice names. Logs I1. So then if this is the end time, then it's like end time minus, I'm gonna say starts. All right, so I'm gonna say if our current time is longer than the longest time we've seen, then, well, if it's equal to the longest, then our answer is the minimum of, dang, I don't know what to put there. So employee with the lowest ID. ID. Otherwise, if we have something that's longer, then the answer is the ID, right? And then now the start time starts immediately after, they say. Does moment after mean end time plus 1 or just end time? That's what I'm not sure about. Anyways, I think that might be okay. No, it ain't okay, man. So I think employee 7. Answer is employee 3. So it must be plus 1, huh? The end time. No. Yeah, this is for art. 0 to 10, that's length 10, and this one will be 9. So end time plus 1, that seems alright, man. Unless, oh, I know what's up, man. And then update my longest. Jesus. Struggling out here these days. Alright, Q1. Wrong answer. Come on now. Zero to 3. So that took 3 time. And that took... How's... So now I'm not sure about this part. Maybe it's not plus 1. Anyways, yeah, that was it. It's a hard easy, man. Made me think. Hey, what is this? The latest login in 2020? I don't know any sequel, but I'll try it. Write a solution to report the latest login for all users in the year 2020. Do not include the users who did not log in 2020. Return the results in a table in any order. The result format is in the following example. All right, I don't know any sequel, but here we go. Select all from logins where timestamp I don't know how to find a date, man. How to get year from timestamp in SQL. Year timestamp. Wrong answer. What are you talking about, man? Six, eight, eight. That's me trying to do a dang. LeetCode. What did it say? Oh, so I need to put their last timestamp? I don't even know why I'm doing this silly thing, man. Why am I even trying a SQL problem? I forget all my SQL. How do you make something unique? Is that like that? There's no, anyways. I don't know. SQL, man. I'm exposing myself. Blue Cactus AI. What's happening? Thanks for making this content and for the raid earlier. Even though I'm vibing on the code right now, it is still nice to understand when to use hashmap versus double nested loop. Hey, no worries about the raid, man. I think I raided you and then I had to go eat lunch. So I think by the time you realize I raided you, I was already gone, man. My bad. But yeah, good luck on Twitch and everything, man. Streaming on Twitch has changed my life in so many ways, you know, for the better, for sure. I'm trying to figure out this SQL, but SQL is not something that I do on the regular. Is it just the lat I need to like? Oh, is it distinct? It's coming back to me. No. And then I need to like group by. Or what am I doing? Glad I found your content. Hey, thank you. Thank you, Blue Cactus AI. Oh, now I need to find out how to get the latest timestamp max. Hey, LeetCode, you did the SQL problem, man. Did you cheat or did you like actually know how to do it? I looked up things, but no LLM. How did... No, it's like group by, right? I'm trying to just figure this out. Group by? Is group by even a thing? Or is that like a Google SQL thing, man? I gotta look things up too, Leet Whale. But I'm just not gonna do the SQL problem. Clearly, I don't need to be doing that. And dang, they gave us a premium group by with a space. Oh shit. Group by. I guess. Max, maybe? Looking up things is a good way to learn. Yeah, it is. Max timestamp as timestamp? Oh, last timestamp. Still wrong. Last time, not last time. Jesus Christ, man. SQL LeetCode is no. Hey, last stamp. I swear I typed everything except last. All right, this time for sure, man. I promise. Oh, Jesus Christ. My first SQL problem on LeetCode, man. I didn't have to look up anything except LeetWhale had to tell me group by has a space, not an underscore. This was all from memory, that the little bit of SQL I do throughout my years. Not a lot. Hey Simon, last time I joined the streak was during the hot 2022-2023 market. Things have definitely changed. I don't think we'll ever see those days again. Could grind questions and get a job. Hey. Yeah, I know, man. Things are a lot different. In the whole world, man. Not just tech, but I feel like the whole world is very different right now. I guess those are the good old days. You know, I feel like I've had bad luck with trying to get a job all my adult life until, I guess, a few years ago, 2021, when I got a job. I felt like that was just in time and I got so lucky. But the last 12 years before that, man, I feel I had such shit luck with like this terrible industry or bad life events or, you know, things like that. How am I adapting to things? Well, I just quit my job, man. So I don't know. I haven't really looked for a job, and I'm not gonna be looking for a job anytime soon. Maybe in like 2 years if I run out of money. But I'm just trying to find my own path. I'm trying to figure out how to feed myself without asking a big corporation to feed me. What made you quit? I just want to do my own thing. Kind of got bored of not working on things that I wanted to work on. I guess for the last 4 years, I've been working in a big corporation, building things that I don't care about. I think I learned a lot in the first 2 years, but in the last 2 years, I don't think I learned as much. The rate of learning definitely slowed down the last few years, and I figured with all these advancements in AI and stuff, I wanted to just get out there and get my hands dirty and try and build things and see what happens if I just worked full time for myself and worked full time trying to build projects that I'm interested in, you know. But that sweet Google TC, yeah, I know, man. It was a tough decision, but I've been thinking about doing this for a couple of years now, man. And I just got the balls to do it recently. Is it true that Google is one big mono repo? It is true. And I'm used to it. I don't really know anything else besides how to work in one big mono repo. Learn how to cook anything new? Brent Arata. Are you looking for some recipes? You trying to figure out what to eat for dinner? I cooked something from this guy on YouTube recently and it turned out really, really good, man. Let me try and find it. The video was called... I don't know what it was called, but I think the guy's name was George. You will never cook chicken the same again. This guy? Yeah. Hey, I watched all of this video and I did everything this guy told me to do, except it wasn't with chicken breast. I did it with chicken tenders, which is, I guess, part of the chicken breast, maybe. But man, that chicken was some of the best chicken I ever made, man. I ain't gonna lie. So, basically, you brine the chicken, you boil the chicken in a vegetable broth to cook it, and then you just fry it at the end to get the golden brown on the outside and stuff. Javier D, what's happened? Is that a green screen or... Yeah, those shells back there. It's not a green screen, man. It's real. When you say AI had you thinking, was it in terms of, oh crap, so we might be cooked, or just you think AI will bring lots of opportunities for yourself to build and not for a corp? Yeah, it's more of, I think having AI at my fingertips on my side will allow me to build things that I don't think I could build in the past. And I'm excited because I've always tried to build crazy things. And maybe sometimes they're a bit too ambitious and I don't, I get stuck and then I just kind of lose interest. But I haven't tried to build anything in a long time. And I think now I have more skills and more discipline and maturity than I've ever had before. And I guess with that combined with the AI, I really believe that maybe now is finally my time to try and build a product or anything. Looks good. When I'm short on time, I throw some oil on chicken and air fried and it's crispy and good. Hey, I like quick meals too, man, but sometimes I like to try and get a little bit gourmet, you know? Air fryers are great. If you don't have an air fryer, you should consider getting one. And let me show you, man. Wait, Javier D. Ain't no green screen back there. It's real. It's really real. Cooking stream when? You never know, smart coder. How HD is your camera? I don't know, man. 2 HDs. Yes, I just chop it up and throw it in a taco. And dang. Chop. What kind of taco, man? Are you talking about hard shell? Soft shell? Only exception. Welcome to the party. Bro, you gonna code all day or be a real man and hop on Sims 4? People still play Sims 4, man. What the hell? That game came out like 1999, man. I don't want to play that game no more. Welcome. Only exception. When you say you had trouble with jobs previous 12 years, it had me worried. You're much smarter than me, and if you struggled, I'm worried about the future of average sweet folks like myself. I mean, man, sometimes you just gotta be in the right place at the right time. So, when I graduated college, I couldn't find a job, but my grades were also some of the worst that the college has ever seen. I might have graduated with the lowest GPA on record from my college, man. Because any lower, like, if you get around my GPA, chances are you're probably just gonna fail every single class. You know? Alright, my GPA when I graduated was like 2.053, you know? And it's very difficult to get an almost perfect 2.0. Because one D and you're out of there, man, or something. Anyways, that's why I couldn't find any work, man. I think that's why. Even though I never even got to the point where I'm sharing my GPA with recruiters when I graduated college. So I don't think it was my GPA that didn't get me a job. Has like $500 of DLC? Is Sims 4 bumping? Can't be, man. People considered mine was bad. Hey, 3.4 is good. What you talking about? It's cute. I wish no. I was gonna say I wish I paid attention more in school, but oh shit, my lights. That means it's time for me to go. When my lights go off in a couple minutes, I guess. But the fact that a smart guy like yourself couldn't get an engineering job for years for a while is troubling. You come across as well-spoken and smart, so it worries me about my future. I think at the time it was just things were different back then, man. I guess things are kind of the same now, actually. It's just hard for everybody to get a job. I had to go work in a restaurant for some time. So I worked in a restaurant for a little bit, and then I saved up a tiny bit of money, and then I learned how to program. And then I found ways to make money with programming without having a job. Futuristic house is alive. Yeah, I got some timers. My lights are on timers. Sharif, thank you very much for the follow. Hey, you just gotta keep on keeping on. Sometimes things don't go your way at the moment, but it doesn't mean that you've lost the battle forever, man. Like, I guess for a long time I thought I was just washed up and I'd never get a job, you know? Like, I graduated college around 16, 17 years ago, and then my first job after college that wasn't in a restaurant was in 2020. So, like, 10 years after I graduated college, I finally got a job. Like a career type of job, man. And now, life is good, you know? Life is real good right now, even though it wasn't always like that. Were you constantly applying? No, I gave up trying to find a job after maybe 1 year of really trying. I tried for a whole year, applied to like thousands of places, man, and I got like 3 interviews. I interviewed with Pepsi. I interviewed with one of those defense contractor people, and I interviewed with some other people, I forget what. Um, what languages would you say are more likely to get hired? A runny dude. C++. That's only because I'm biased. You should constantly tell yourself that life sucks so you don't jinx it. Nah, man. You are aiming too high? Who's aiming high, man? How is the civil structural engineering job market? I don't know anything about that. I think everyone in my engineering school made fun of civil engineers. Or, no, everyone in my engineering school made fun of industrial engineers. They were like the bottom of the totem pole, man. Everybody made fun of them because it was like an easy major. And after industrial engineers, people made fun of the civil engineers next because they said it was easy as well. And I think of all the engineers, maybe the chemical engineers got the most respect for like the hardest curriculum. Should go with Coca-Cola instead. Hey, Pepsi is like a lesser Coke, right? That's what sucks about markets like this. It tends to reward people who can fall back on family and continue to apply for years. Hey, that's just how the world is sometimes, man. So, my advice to people, if you're like a new grad and you really can't find a job and you've been trying for a long time, is well, I guess my advice would be for like people who don't need a visa or anything. But man, you just gotta go out there and either leech off of your parents and continue to apply like this guy is saying, or you gotta get a job, man. Whatever job can pay the bills and hold you over until the industry picks back up or something, or until you figure something out, you know? Like, you can't just sit down and not make a move because no one will hire you, you know? Passing interviews is a skill though, yeah, but sometimes you can't even get the interview. But anyways, I gotta go, man. It's past my time to leave. I really wish I became a doctor or something over engineer. It has all the clout of being smart with none of the reward. First you get laid off too. I don't know if doctor is a long path, man. But hey, I have a cousin who's a doctor and she's balling, man. She's also married to a doctor, and both of them make like $1 million a year each, or close, you know? It's like balling. Anyways, who's it gonna be? LeetCoders, where you at? Michael Deming? Is Howling going on, man? Or is he not? Wait. Let's just raid this guy. I don't know who else to raid, man. I just want to get out of here. The Dune Coon. Hey, yo. Hey, Dune Coon. Are you streaming? Are you about to stream? I'll wait. If you going already right now, man. Stream was good. I struggled a lot today, which is good. Hey, I gotta add you to a website. Or, if you want... Hey, shit. I'm not even sharing my screen. You guys didn't even tell me that. Hey, Doonkun, if you go on my website and you sign up, man, and you put in your profile your Twitch username, anytime you go online, your name is gonna pop up on this thing. Oh, Howling is here. Not today. Alright, it's all good. Hey, Howling, are you going online? I'll wait for you to raid you if you're going online, man. Otherwise, I'm out of here. But you gotta go right now. You gotta go right now, man. I'm itching to get out of here. You automated the logged in Twitch. Oh, Q, that's a good idea, man. That I don't even need this. I already have those Twitch usernames, man. Yeah. But anyways, right now it doesn't work like that. I will add that to my notes or something. In like 10 minutes? Dang, I can't wait 10 minutes. I'm already anyways, even though you're not on. And whoever wants to watch Howling do some LeetCode, just stick around because he's gonna walk the dog and we're gonna raid his offline channel. That's what's gonna happen, man. And then I'll be back on tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern time for vibe coding and working on my website and doing whatever, you know. I mess with Docker, Remix, Claude Code, Opus. Maybe I'll try out some Gemini. I don't know yet. But I'm having a lot of fun vibe coding the last couple days, that's for sure. Anyways, adios, Q. Take care, everybody. Howling, I'll see you maybe. Blue Cactus AI, have a good night. Thank you very much for tuning in. Smart Coder, have a good night. See you next time. Javier D, adios, amigo. Alex Totter, what's happening? And see you later. Have a good night. And AGDK SWLDVS, thank you very much for tuning in, man. I'll see you next time. Everybody else who's lurking, the Dune Coon, adios. I'll also see you the next time.